Hey there, Internet. Fun fact of the day for you. The English language is really, really stupid.
Live? Unedited. Oh, wait. Let me say it again.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, our wonderful language gets the job done. But English could be so much better because pretty much it doesn't follow any consistent rules. Like whatsoever. Don't believe me? Have a few examples. Number one, adverbs. Everyone knows that to make an adverb, you just take an adjective and add ly to the end, right? I mean, if you're quick, you move quickly. Or if you're hungry, you eat hungrily. But what if the adjective ends in ly? If you walk in a manly way, do you walk manlily? Or do cowards behave cowardlyly? I don't know the answer, but what I do know is that whoever made this rule up was silly. And as a result, they made this rule sillily. Number two, how do you know if an I comes before or after an E in a word? Well, it's simple. There's that little rhyme, I before E, except after C, and when sounded as A as in neighbor and way. Except pretty much every word breaks that rule. Yeah. Number three, pluralization of words. Every little kid knows that you just add an S to the end of the word to make it plural, except for those few times where you have to add an E before the S. But then, the word man, it becomes men. So you just change the A to an E. So pan becomes pans. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, and how about the word goose? It becomes geese. Perfectly logical. And then moose doesn't become meese. It becomes just plain moose. There's not even an S on the end of that one. And then ox becomes oxen. Ends make plurals. So box and fox become boxes and foxes. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Number four, verb conjugation. And this is where I kind of just start to wonder, how on earth did they come up with this rule? I just imagine like a bunch of guys sitting around a table going, all right, we've got the verb be. Now to make it fit with all of the other subjects, let's make it is, am, and are. Oh, but we still need a past tense. Was and were. Sounds good to me. Number five, the final one, pronunciation. Now, I'm barely even going to talk about this because there are so few consistencies in the way we pronounce things in the English language. I mean, I know stories about kids who read things before they hear them spoken and thus learn words wrong because it doesn't match the real world pronunciation. When I was a kid, I knew the word gauze. I mean, it's a pretty easy word, G-A-U-Z-E. And then one day I'm reading along in a book and come across the word gauge. Yeah, I realize it's supposed to be pronounced gauge, but I learned it that way from reading, and I still pronounce it wrong. Before you go, I'd like to give you just one final example that a friend of mine and I came up with a couple years ago. Consider for a moment the following three words: cough, button, and tuition. I mean, those are all pretty easy words, and I'm sure you can pronounce that. Now, take a look at this word, G-H-O-T-I. You can pronounce it, right? Oh, wait, you can't. Let me give you a hint. It's not goatee, even though that's probably what you think it looks like. Just take the GH from cough, the O from button, and the TI from tuition. Shove those three parts together, and what word do you get? Fish. And with that, I leave you to question every single thing that you know about the English language. Until next time, deuces.